On September 26th, 2020, I saw this photo on Twitter and decided I want to be this photo that I saw on Twitter.
Hey, what's up? Hello and happy crafternoon. I'm Jess. I like making things. Every other week I make a weird thing that I think should exist or exist differently. This week we're making a Furby, but instead of regular sized, I am making
a life-sized, terrifying,
enormous Furby costume from scratch. Here's the game plan. The inside of the Furby's body is going to be just a cardboard shell made of Amazon packaging and paper tape. The fur of the Furby is going to be denim and a fluffy blue jacket. I had a big collection of jeans, old jeans that I was holding on to. A lot of them either I didn't like the cut of them, they weren't long enough, there was a hole somewhere, they didn't fit right, the zipper was broken, yada yada. So I took all those jeans from my basement and I spent hours cutting it all into fringe. I wasn't sure how I was going to do the lips at the time, but I ended up making them out of clay. The eyes are styrofoam balls, which I painted. I'm going to have sheer black fabric to serve as a forehead sensor and also as a place for me to be able to see out of the costume when wearing it. And the rest of the facial features are made of cardboard. An original Furby, still in the package, still working and everything, can go for about $50 on eBay, and that's actually the exact amount I paid for this enormous version of it. I spent $8 on the hot glue, $13 on the car eyelashes, $11 for two 7.5-inch styrofoam balls, $6 of polymer clay, and $14 of paper tape. Everything else was stuff I had. The measurements of this costume were based off the 1998 Furby, which I believe is the one that I had as a kid. I had a lilac purple and white one. This Furby was about 6 by 6.5 by 8. I wanted this costume to be so big that when I put it on, only my legs were showing. And I'm very tall, so this thing ended up having to be 40 inches tall, approximately. So here's how I made it. I started with a ring at the bottom, which I reinforced with extra cardboard, and I just built up from there. So that's just me attaching some paper tape, and I really just added more and more pieces on this base level, securing it on both sides with the tape to make it extra strong. Here's me curling up the cardboard so it kind of flows on the side, attaching it with more paper tape. And this was the first time I tried it on just to make sure that it kind of generally fit how I wanted it to. And I liked it at this point. It was bigger than I thought. Here's how I created the top of it. I just created this general shape. To create that curved shape at the top, really, I just added a combination of curved rectangles as well as triangles to fill in the curved shape. This is me with my phone flashlight, adding some paper tape to the inside of it to really give it some stability. So here it is. That's just kind of a pattern I made for the ears, and you can see the foam sitting on its head. That's what was ultimately went into the ears. And that's just printer paper that I kind of sized out the eyes and the mouth with. So I have this jacket that I know I'm never gonna wear again. I got it for free. I'm going to cut it up. It's gonna become the stomach, maybe the ears, the head fluff, and the tail of the Furby costume. It feels really wrong to be about to cut into this, but I'm gonna do it. Maybe let's put some fur on this.
And this Furby, looks like it has one of those, square beards men have that make them look like dogs.
Why does this Furby look like Joe Exotic on a good day?
How does this Furby look like it's definitely walking on the side of the highway to a gas station?
We're gonna put a toupee on him now.
A two what?
A toupee!
A two who?
A three-pay. I have this extra bubble wrap. I've been saving it. I'm gonna put some bubble wrap down first, and then I'm gonna put more fur on top just so it looks a little fluffier. Towards the end of the project, I ran out of denim, and I did have to go to Goodwill and get 2 extra pairs. But here's how it went. I really just cut it, fringed it up, and hot glued it on in rows, and trying to vary the colors. And honestly, this thing kind of came out looking like a piñata. I mean, I think technically it is a piñata. If you fill it in the bottom, fill it with candy, I think it technically is a piñata just because of the cardboard nature of it. So I really did intend to make the eyelids of this out of clay, but it just wasn't really working out. I ended up using paper tape to make the eyelids. The mouth, I did end up making it out of clay. I just used whatever colors I had around, painted it white as a base coat, and then a couple coats of yellow. So here's the Furby's eyeball. It's on these sticks that actually came with a floral bouquet I got for my birthday. This is just a 7.5-inch styrofoam ball painted with black and some glue. I might put on some little white circle, little shine marks on the eyeball. These are the lips. They're made out of clay, arguably kind of the weakest part of the project. This is made of hard cardboard with some water-based tape kind of holding it up. And the paint, that's actually only one coat, so I'm really happy with that. These are actually car eyelashes that are about twice as long as would be proportionally correct, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna be the final touch, which I'm the most excited for. We have the eyeballs on a stick, so I can kind of rotate them. Ideally, I wanted the ears to move, but it proved a little too complicated, so I'm just settling for some eye movement. So the sticks need to be secured just on the inside. Sit up. Get into position this way. Just gluing it all together. Lots of hot glue involved in this project. Okay, well, that's pretty much how I made it. For some stupid Furby jokes.
Queen's Gambit Furby.
Oh yeah? Bet you can't name 3 Metallica songs Furby. Extra Denim Furby. Roller Furby. Maryland Tourist Furby.
Salvador Dali Furby.
2017 Furby.
Sporty Furby.
Asshole Furby.
Santa Furby.
Danger Furby. Jenna Marbles Furby.
Hell yeah, bitch!
Dwayne The Rock Furby. Oh, that's all I can do. Cottagecore Furby.
Quarantine Furby.
There's nothing on Netflix. Business Casual Furby.
Tina Belcher Furby. Alexa, why does my cat hate me, Furby? Oh yeah, that's why.
How are you? Okay.
Retail Investor Furby. Squeeze the hedge funds. 90s Furby. Podcast Furby. Hypebeast Furby. Etsy Furby. Warped Tour Furby. Bernie Furby.
Hi MTV. Welcome to my Furby costume. Yeah, when the economy crashed back in 2023, I couldn't afford an apartment in San Francisco anymore, so I moved into this. Yep, I got a stove, a microwave, washer dryer. Yeah, and rent's only $1,200. Oh, my nose is itchy. Wait, look at that. I actually did do this project back in October. It was for a Halloween costume, and I couldn't help myself. I did put it on social media. These were a few of my favorite comments. This is the scariest thing I have ever seen. Kill me now before I have a heart attack on the street. It's a derby. I'm sorry, but this is the scariest costume I have ever seen. It looked really good and accurate. I'm afraid of Furby so much. Great job, but this is nightmare fuel. I think my favorite part of the costume is that you can dress it up, dress it down. The possibilities are endless from the waist down. Business Casual Furby. Bridal Furby. Furby socks and sandals and heart print boxer shorts. Coco appreciates your amazing costume. Thank you, Coco. I'm terrified of Furby, but this is great. You look like my sleep paralysis demon finally coming to end my suffering. Someone commented this. This was, this top image is similar to what I saw on Twitter. I didn't realize that that was Marzia's Furby. His name is Spit. I literally saw that Furby and I wanted to be it. So that's really what inspired the project. It was Halloween, and given that we're in a pandemic, we didn't have any plans. I was on YouTube just looking for videos to watch. Threadbanger is a channel that I really like. And I saw on their community tab that they were having a Zoom rave / costume contest. I saw it and I was like, we have to go to this. We have to enter the Furby in this because I have a really good feeling about it. Henry and I attended the rave on Zoom, very 2020 of us. We honestly had a really good time, like just about as good of a time you can possibly have at a Zoom party. We had so much fun dancing and drinking and just hanging out with everybody. We entered the costume contest and I ended up winning. I won $300 for this costume and I'm really proud of that. Felt really cool. Thank you to Rob and Corinne. Really appreciated winning that, so thank you guys. If you want to see increasingly weird DIY projects, please subscribe to this channel. If there's a weird thing that you think should exist or exist differently that you want to see me do, please comment below. Okay, bye!